Everyone, welcome to another edition of the Fine Done NFL podcast with me, Jim, Denver Dave, Hannah, and Punk Raider. We're talking about NFL, and guys, how are we doing?
I'm still devastated from the championship games, Jim.
Should be.
We're in that kind of bit between Christmas and New Year, aren't we? Between the
Mm.
championship games and the Super Bowl, where we don't know what day of the week it is. We don't know which way's up. We don't know which way's down. I mean, what teams are even in the Super Bowl? What year is this? What day is
Couple
this?
of couple of
Who are
nobodies.
you people? What's
Get
going
right.
on?
It's
Uh-oh,
just
he's
it's just
sundowning people. He's sundowning.
it's just the gooch of the season. That's all.
we're oh
I
my
mean,
God.
Punk's a Raiders fan. His gooch of the season was like week 4.
We're coming round the bend of the Gooch and we're into prime Super Bowl
Perineum.
territory. We are here to do the picks for Super Bowl 60, featuring Patriots somehow and the Seattle Seahawks.
I mean,
Before we-
Hannah got that bored that she's even been moonlighting.
Well, I was
True.
going to say, thanks for coming back, Hannah.
My pleasure. I had to trade my 3 grumpy men in for a different set of grumpy men, and then now I'm back.
Terrible.
I thought we were the only grumpy men, but
You've cheated on us. I'm not sure
I-
we can accept you back.
I mean, I do have to say I played a part in it because
You did.
I assisted the appearance, but I was also a contributor on the podcast as well. It was very good and very entertaining. It was nice to see some actual how would we say it? Some non-NFL network material because everyone else seems to have had a bit of a break waiting for Radio Row this week.
and thanks for rubbing mine and Punk's nose in that we've not been on the Southbound UK pod yet. But I noticed
Well, you
that. I
know.
know Punk did.
Sorry that my team's in
Dreadful.
the Super Bowl, so I'm in high demand.
That's true,
Sorry.
sorry.
Well, as I said
When-
on X or Twitter, if he's waiting for the Raiders or the Steelers to be in the Super Bowl, we're never going to get a bloody invite onto that pod.
It's
No,
very
but-
true.
It will just be my brain in a jar, pickled, that they'll be talking to.
That could be
And
sooner than we think,
somehow-
is where it's going so
and-
far.
And knowing you, somehow your brain will still manage to drink the pickle and get
Absolutely.
absolutely splattered.
Of course. Of course.
Nurse, he's drinking the pickle again.
Oh,
We shout out to Ed, Nathan, and Harrison at Southbound UK podcast. Bless them for holding it down and keeping us up to date with all things on the Colts. They are very talented. Check them out. We've got the link up on the screen. But yeah, love hanging out with those boys. Hope to
they
do it
were
more,
great.
especially me
Yeah.
and Punk. We want to do it more. You know.
We should just do a full
Should we
collab episode.
We,
I
we,
did
we, should,
ask.
we should just take over. We should just invade their podcast, all 4 of us.
The final Southbound down. I did ask Ed whether or not they do a mock draft and whether we could sort of collab on one.
Ooh.
They're mostly because they're Colts based. They mostly based on what the Colts are going to do, and they ain't got a first round draft pick this year. So he said it's not something that they have done, but they'll discuss it and let us know. So there might be something in the brewing. I'll keep you updated.
That sounds complicated.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, great time. We got to shout you guys out a lot as well, which was nice.
Did,
And
thank you.
very nice time. Didn't realize it was live until like 15 minutes before, despite being told it was live and just like not really paying attention to the message. Sorry, Harrison, for your very thorough message to me beforehand that I just obviously ignored. And then about 15 minutes before, I was like, wait, does that say go live at 9:05? Oh no. And just had this huge panic. But no, it was very, very good fun. And just nice to, get the Vibes Commissioner out there.
I didn't know
Yeah.
what time it was going to be. I wanted to
Live.
watch it live. I had to watch it afterwards, but
You see, if you
it
subscribe,
clashed with
it
other
pops up
things.
on your phone. It just says that they're going live.
There we go.
what's that
Which
supposed to
I-
mean? What are you saying here?
Subscribe. Be a
I know.
I
loyalty.
have subscribed, as should everyone else.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get on to doing our picks for Super Bowl 60, we do have to talk about news because news happens all the time, whether you like it or not. News keeps going on. So, in the interim, since we last spoke, there have been some more coaching hires. So, first of all, Todd Monken. Todd
I was gonna
Monken
say,
for the Browns.
Can we not just talk about Mike McCarthy again? Because
No.
lol.
He's been hiring lots of coaches to go alongside him. But for the Browns, the Cleveland Browns, they've hired the Ravens offensive coordinator, Todd Monken. He did have a seat waiting for him as the OC in New York with John Harbaugh, but head coaching jobs don't come around very often. And Monken was unlikely to get any other high offers on the radar. Yeah, he didn't. He still turned up for work looking like a bloody divorced dad. I don't know if you saw him when he turned up, but scruffy git. Looks like he stepped in the car.
I mean, first of all, who are you to be throwing stones in the fashion greenhouse? Just saying. And
I'm,
secondly,
I'm
he
dripping,
didn't
mate.
interview. He didn't interview for a single other job. Like no one was interested.
No,
And not just that, they've got a perfectly good defensive coordinator in Jim Schwartz there, and they
hilarious.
assumed that Jim Schwartz would stick around. He wanted the job. At the second they gave someone else a job, he's like, "No, I'm off." And guess where he'll be going now? You know, it's ridiculous. He's going to go straight to the Ravens, and the Browns are going to be left with a first-time head coach who's no good and got nothing about. There's nothing I see about him that tells me he's going to be a success as a head coach, especially with the Browns.
At least my
Um,
60-plus-year-old head coach has won a Super Bowl once. Tom
yeah,
Monken,
and
no.
the thing, there's no back record that tells you he's going to be anything good. The Ravens' offense in recent years has been, I think it's run below par. They've not had the right game plan on numerous occasions. It's just there's nothing about it that makes me confident it's going to be successful. It's such a Browns pick.
Yeah,
That,
just
to be fair, that might be why it's successful because he's just going in like, I got nothing to lose. I'm about to be the head coach of the
Well,
saddest team in the universe. Like maybe
if
I
you
can do something.
the Browns GM whose name I forget, is it Barry? Andrew Barry.
Andrew
Um,
Berry.
Andrew Berry, that's it.
Barry
So
Berry.
they basically came out because they were defending their decision to make everyone write essays and do personality tests and
Yeah,
all that nonsense.
ridiculous.
And one of the things that he said is we are based on analytics, and our analytics tell us with the decisions that we've made and the decision we're going to be making, we are going to be successful. It's like, dude, really?
Yeah, but
The-
I can say that.
You
You know,
can,
I
but
won a
he believes it.
personality test, and because of that, I'm going to rule the world. Doesn't mean it's actually true.
No, but he believes it. That's the thing. It's
Mm.
crazy. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. But there we
So
go.
yeah, uh, we also had Joe Brady being promoted to the head coaching spot for the Bills. Again, the owner booted Sean McDermott out because his team was so devastated by losing to the Broncos. They needed the reset. So promoting the GM and the OC seemed to track. Again,
Right.
that has not gone down well for the
Can I
Buffalo
ask you a
fans.
question? So
Of course you can.
part of the issue was the offense in Buffalo, right?
Yeah,
McDermott's a defensive coach.
yeah,
So they get rid of McDermott, despite the fact the defense was okay,
they do.
considering they don't spend any money on it. And they promote the guy who was in charge of the offense where there was issues in the first place.
Mhm.
Yeah. After dog walking their wide receiver that is still in the building.
Yeah. How does this make sense?
It's the Bills.
Josh Allen. That's all you need to say. Superman.
Is Josh Allen happy? Is he happy
Yeah,
today?
exactly.
Probably not, to be fair.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. It does seem like a weird one, but I've
Also,
kind of
I
I
can't
can't.
believe that has happened. Like it feels like that news got released like 10 weeks ago. Like
It's
this last week
been
since
a
we
long
all
week.
hung out, I don't understand how it's only been a week. I was like, what news do we have to share? All the head coach has been announced. We must have spoken about last week. No.
No.
I just have time blindness apparently.
Yeah.
I've kind of given up trying to understand NFL owners now because
That's fair.
they're all hiring so many random head coaches at this point
Mm.
that
Hmm.
I just kind of think, why?
Do you know who
Why
I
not?
blame? I blame the LA Rams. And the reason I say
Oh
that
yeah.
is they
Because of
hired
the
a
McVay thing.
31-year-old, yeah,
Yeah.
and it was like experience not necessary. Same with Seattle. Seattle, well, not Seattle really, because he had a. I was going to say McDonald had a track record in Buffalo,
Mm.
in Baltimore, so probably not as much. But there's loads of young coaches now, and experience isn't required. So they're kind of getting people in the room and vibe checking them and going, "Oh, this guy seems like a good guy." And I mean, they may end up
I
being,
guess they're cheaper as well at the end of the
yeah,
day.
Hmm.
this is true.
McVay's kind of the exception though.
Well,
Very,
it doesn't stop everyone
very
trying to
few of
find
them
their own
work
McVay,
out.
though.
No,
Yeah,
of
but that's
course.
what's happening, isn't it? Everyone's
Yeah.
going, "Oh, we're going to get the next McVay," or the
Well,
next Ben Johnson.
talking of which,
There
the
you go.
Arizona Cardinals took on
Mm.
Matt LaFleur's little brother, Mike, to be the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, you get pumped out of Sean McVay's finishing school for promising young boys. He went with Salah to the Niners when Salah took the Jets job. head coach, but that was his first offensive coordinator job. He then spent 2 years with McVay in LA before getting this opportunity now
Yeah.
to get pancaked by McVay at least twice a season.
Straight up
As the
thought it
Cardinals
was
head
just
coach.
one person.
No. And the best thing is Jonathan Gannon, who was the head coach
What?
of the Arizona Cardinals last year,
Yep.
has gone to be the defensive coordinator for LaFleur's brother in Green Bay.
It's all very
Jobs
incestuous.
for the boys.
Very, very, very weird. The best news that I found out earlier on today from an Eagles fan that I was talking to, apparently Vic Fangio is contemplating retirement.
Yeah, but he was
So-
contemplating retirement last year as
No, but
well.
apparently legit contemplating retirement to the point where he's not even told the organization yet whether he's going to be back.
He's doing a
Um,
Murtaugh, is he, from Lethal Weapon?
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say something clever then, but I'm not witty enough to come up with anything, so apologies. So they just got an offensive coordinator whose name I forget, and which is thoroughly uninspiring. And they're going to have to pick up a defensive coordinator off the market when everyone else who's half decent's already gone, because apparently they were interested in Gannon. It's all very odd. It's all very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
I
had
agree. I agree with Punk. I give up trying to second guess who's doing what. It is bizarre.
I will just like to say, life now makes a bit more sense to me because I've spent the last however many days going, but why would he leave Green Bay to go to the Cardinals? That's insane.
Yeah.
Like that's
No.
nuts.
No, there's another one.
There's another
There is.
flower in the garden.
Yeah.
And 10 years, 8 years younger. There we go.
It doesn't help that one's called Matt and one's called
One's
Mike.
called Mike. Like, okay, to be fair, they don't even look alike. So obviously, I just wasn't
Getting the
paying
post to
attention.
the address is a pain in the ass as well for them.
Yeah.
We've also had some GM moves. So a hiring, Ian Cunningham, who was at the Bears as assistant GM, is now the Falcons GM.
Sorry, are you just making up generic white man names? Ian Cunningham.
Ian Richie Cunningham. He was the Bears assistant GM for the past 3 years, but he's now getting his shot with Atlanta.
And Mr.
So-
Cunningham is definitely not white.
Oh, is he not?
No,
No, it's his generic white man name.
Well, he didn't know,
I never
did he?
said he was generic white man. I'm just saying generic white man name.
No, I'm just letting you know that for future reference, generic white man name is not generic white man.
Like
I believe
Derek
he was a
Henry
guard.
is generic white
Like
man
never
name
got
as
to
well.
play a
Henry.
game, but
Yeah.
but with every hiring, there's also a firing.
Somebody's gonna be fired.
And out of the blue, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, the GM for the Vikings, was canned a few days
Had
ago.
to. Had to.
Yeah, after 4 seasons with the Vikings, it's not been a stellar set of draft classes. I don't know if you want me to go through them very quickly, but there are only 2 players on the roster from his first draft class. That's running back Ty Chandler and wide receiver Jalen Naylor. Chandler played 3 games this season due to injury. Naylor had 29 catches, 44 yards, and 4 touchdowns this past season, so he's wide receiver 3 for the Vikings. Second season, he drafted Jordan Addison, who's the only player to make any good contribution from that draft class, although he's had the 3-game suspension, and he's been involved with the police at least 3 times. So skirting felony watch as you go. 2014, they moved up for JJ McCarthy, although that was a lot of Kevin O'Connell doing that. And then moved into the first again to get Dallas Turner.
2014.
Yeah, 2024. Did I say
I was gonna
14?
say. Yeah, you did.
2024, they moved up for JJ McCarthy, and they moved up
I'm
again
telling you,
to
we're
get
caught in
Dallas,
a time
Dallas
loop.
Turner.
We are in a time
Oh
loop.
God!
That's why he's been sacked.
2025, the only player to see any time was first-round pick Donovan Jackson at guard. He, apart from first round, and even then he whiffs sometimes. Rubbish.
I agree. He
Rubbish.
deserved to be sacked. The real interesting bit or strange bit about this story is actually why has it taken them this long from the end of the season? What were they waiting for? It doesn't make sense.
To be fair, they're probably waiting for him to come back in the building because if you believe what was actually been said, he only ever worked about 40 hours a week.
Yeah, but that's
Now-
fine. Just sack him over the phone. You don't have to wait for him to come back in the building. There are ways of communicating between buildings where you don't actually physically need to be there.
So I need to look you in the eye when I fire
unless,
you.
not unless you're in the time loop, and maybe
drop us a
they're in their
text.
time loop
Well,
where
maybe.
internet doesn't exist.
There you go.
Unless his
That's
contract was previously signed on the 31st of January, and if they sacked him in
Ooh.
January, they'd have to pay him about 4 million more.
that's the only thing I can think of is
Yeah.
something contractually that they didn't want to pay.
I'm going to ask AI, why did they wait till now?
AI's not going to know. It's going to
No,
go, what
but-
are you on
No,
about?
but it will make something up, and it will be interesting at least anyway.
AI is going to be like, shut
You
up,
say
you
so.
battery.
I
Feed
want to do
me.
one more bit of news.
Oh,
Go.
I've
go
got to
on.
wait for the
Go.
AI.
No, you don't have to wait for AI.
No, you keep
AI
going.
will interrupt you at any point.
Well, I was going to say the rumors are that a certain Clint Kubiak is going to be
Not
that head
officially
coach.
sealed yet. It's not
I'm
officially
saying it's a
sealed.
rumor. I say it's a rumor.
No,
Heavily intimated that Las Vegas are no longer looking for anyone because there is a verbal agreement at the very least between the Seahawks offensive coordinator and is it
And-
Mark Allen?
It's Mark Davis.
Mark
Mark
Allen?
Davis. I keep thinking of
Mark
the snooker player.
Allen.
You're thinking Mark
It's Al
Mark
Allen?
Davis.
Allen,
I did this
what?
last time.
Steve Davis? What?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Where? No, it's always been Davis.
Davis,
It's been
Al
Davis
Davis.
since
What?
the
His deadbeat
60s.
son. I can't remember his name every time.
Just come up with Davis and that'd be
Davis.
close enough.
Davis Jr.
There we go. No, Mark
Miles
Davis.
Davis.
Mark.
Mark.
Right.
is all right?
Anyway.
I feel like we've
lost.
lost. We've gone off track here.
What
We've
the
just
hell's
lost the
happened
plot.
here?
I started off just trying to fill time for the AI that
Yeah.
Dave seems to have fallen down a rabbit
No,
hole.
no, no,
on.
no,
So-
no. I'm going to tell you now. I don't know why they waited till now, but one thing I can tell you, he signed a new contract 8 months ago.
Oh,
Beautiful.
So he signed a brand new contract 8 months ago, and they've just sacked him. So
Those
I don't think there's any
Vikings, eh?
clause related.
That
They're
would have
just
worked.
really, really poorly managed.
it's a
So
well-run
they're-
organisation. I've always said that.
All teams in purple are, Jim, as we
Right.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we can move on. So, Mr. Kubiak, he is, in my estimation, the perfect coach for us,
Of course,
where
it
we
is.
have the number one overall pick with Mr. Mendoza. I like it. It's what I said at the end of the season. We needed a young, offensive-minded head coach. I know Hannah's going to absolutely hate it. I do think he's one of the best offensive play callers in the league. He's done fantastic stuff up in Seattle with Sam Darnold and co. So yeah, I'm very happy. If little if it actually goes through.
No, you can't have him. He's mine.
But the fact that no one else is even interviewing anymore pretty
Yeah.
much says to me that it's signed, sealed, and delivered.
The white smoke's basically coming out of the top
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
chimney.
But
Yes,
I
when-
don't. Also, I'd like to say I don't know why you're excited because historically, if Seahawks coaches go to the Raiders, it's not a good
Ooh.
Well,
thing.
yes, absolutely. You can say the same thing about Seahawks quarterback. So it's just as well we're not going to have one of them
Seahawks
next
players,
season, isn't
anyway.
it? But
It's like going
Um,
to a second-hand car dealer, isn't it? Going to the Seahawks for anything.
Yeah.
Good.
Sawdust
You're
in
not
the
buying-
You
engine.
can't have any of them. They're mine.
You're
They're
not buying
gonna stay there,
buying
and
a
we're going to win the
lawnmower
next
from them.
10 Super Bowls.
When he was at the Broncos first time round, because he was at the Broncos with his dad,
Yeah.
Gary Kubiak, who won the Super Bowl. When he was there, then he was highly regarded. He then left, went to a few other teams. I think he might have been dipped into college at some point. I can't remember. It was Texas A&M, might have been before or afterwards. Anyway, came back to the Broncos, was pass game coordinator and QB's coach. Then left and went to the Saints, where he was offensive coordinator. Did really well at the Saints with what he had, i.e., Derek Carr. And then went across to the Seahawks. I think he's only been there one season.
yeah, he has.
Has proven really, really well. But the fact that everywhere you go, people say this guy's really talented and one day he'll be a head coach, it is a good sign, which for me is really worrying.
Look, this is the reason. This is why we were down on Todd Monken and
Yep.
some of the others, in that they don't have that history of, yes, I've been there and I've improved and people have noticed it. Yes, I've been to the next team, people have improved and it's been noticed. Clint Kubiak's done it everywhere. Vikings, Broncos, Saints, Seahawks. Every time he's proven himself, and I just really hope he's in that Ben Johnson vein of being able to take that team and actually coach them up, because certainly over this last season Carroll hasn't coached that team up at all. His group of coaches haven't done it.
Hasn't he?
I love the fact that he's 38. No, it's his sons, isn't it? Let's be honest. I love the fact that he's
His sons
38.
coached him down, if anything.
We need some young energy around the building. I think in some regards, I do respect what Pete Carroll was trying to do in changing the culture at the Raiders and getting in those kind of good character type of players. I think that will help Clint Kubiak as well. Yeah, we desperately need number one receiver at this point, but when you've got Brock Bowers, at the end of the day, he can be your number one receiver. So it'll be really interesting to see how him and Spytek manage to attack the draft and free agency and see what pieces we pick up. But yeah, no, I'm very, very happy with Clint Kubiak.
What's going to be even more interesting is when you pick up a safety first overall. One thing that I will say about Clint Kubiak, and then I'll shut up. In 2022, he was the pass game coordinator when Nathaniel Hackett was the head coach. And Nathaniel Hackett obviously made an absolute pig's ear of it. When Nathaniel Hackett gave up play calling duties, he didn't give it up to the OC. He gave up play calling duties to Clint Kubiak. I can't remember who the OC was. But he gave it up to Clint Kubiak, because it normally would go go to the defensive coordinator, but he didn't. He went to the pass game coordinator, which is bizarre in itself, but it kind of shows the respect he had in the room.
I mean, look, Kubiak's always been around the NFL. He's grown up in the NFL, like you said earlier, Dave. His dad was a quarterback.
Do you know who he's good friends with? Like one of his best friends with?
John Elway, probably.
No,
one of that's who Kubiak backed up. But
well, no, if you go backwards, he's actually really, really good friends with the 49ers running back. What's his name?
Christian McCaffrey. So Ed McCaffrey was Broncos tight end, and he grew up around the Broncos facility. Yep.
Same goes for Thing as well. So yeah, don't be surprised if McCaffrey makes a stint at the Raiders. Who knows?
When he's too
McCaffrey
late,
and Genty, double-headed animal.
They love an old injured running back.
They certainly
do.
The
Raiders.
That is true.
Let's move on to talking about the Super Bowl. But hang on, before we do that, we've got to do some wrong-uns for the championship weekend, because we made picks for those two games. Well, Patriots Broncos. Punk and Hannah picked the Broncos to win that game.
Yes, you did.
Dave was very sensible and didn't pick his team to win.
Well, we didn't expect the coach to, not take the points when they were offered. So,
why would you not expect Sean Payton to get his ego get in the way of a win? And then Seahawks Rams. Me and Punk picked the Rams. So naughty us, Punk. It does mean that Punk, you went 0-2 in the picks for championship weekend. Me and Hannah went 1-1, but Dave, you foresaw the Super Bowl 100%. Matchup of the Patriots at the Seahawks. So congratulations.
In the divisional round and the championship round, I've only got one wrong, which is a stark contrast to the prior year where I got nothing right.
Yeah.
Good job, Dave.
Thank you very much.
Let's move on then to why we're really here, and that's to talk about Super Bowl 60. It features representing the AFC.
Boo.
The New England Patriots. And representing the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. They almost did us a massive favor for this podcast. We would have had a massive spike in viewers if we had the Broncos getting through, but no. I'm not. But there we go.
Well, you mean Dave would have watched it twice?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I would. Multiple platforms as well.
Well, we can't get Raiders fans. They haven't got a TV or access to the internet, have they? So,
Well, of course not.
You do us
don't
no
get that in prison, do you?
You do us no. Exactly. You do us no favors whatsoever, Punk.
Don't need to do you a favor, mate.
Anyway, back to the podcast. It's time for us to do some picks. Who wants to go first on their thoughts on this matchup?
I'm happy to, but I also am aware of the fact that I always jump in, so I'll let someone else go if they want to.
I honestly think we should just open the door and leave it for Hannah, as her team is actually involved in this game.
Which is also one of the reasons I'm willing to let her go last. So, but it's user's choice.
Hannah,
so
you pick where you want to go.
Mind.
Pick where you want to go, and
I'll go last.
You'll go last.
Okay.
I'll
So
go last.
The
Tip
floor
for
is
first then?
yours.
Tip for the guys out there: always make sure the lady comes first. But on this occasion, I will go.
Very rare occasion that the lady goes last. So yeah, good.
Absolutely.
Good message
So
there, Dave.
I ended up looking at a lot of stats,
Uh-oh.
and halfway through realized it was absolutely pointless doing this because the Patriots in the regular season played absolutely no one. So somewhat wasted my time.
Mm.
Um, my hot take, I did somewhat blow my load early, carrying on the theme we mentioned earlier,
Mm.
on last night's Southbound pod. I
Less of the
think
we, bit more of the you.
this is true. This is very true.
My wad is not shot at all.
Oh,
My
mine's
wad's
just
safely ensconced.
mine's just depleted, and anything that comes out of that now is dust and sorrow.
You do look quite
Um,
tired. But,
yeah.
carry on.
So I kind of they were talking hot takes on the Southbound pod last night, and I've already kind of said what mine is. I think that there will be a multitude of giveaways in this Super Bowl, mainly because Sam Darnold is prone on the big stage to throwing up a wobbler every now and again. And in terms of fumbles, Seattle lead the entire NFL in fumbles this season, by some margin as well. They've had 13 fumbles all year, and that's continued into the playoffs, early in the playoffs, obviously. They've also given away 15 interceptions. So I think Seattle are primed for it. And New England, although they haven't fumbled the ball too much and there's not been too many interceptions, they've been consistent across both of them. And we know Ramondre Stevenson loves a goal line fumble as well. The thing that I think is going to the thing that I think is going to really play on the fumble fact is both teams are fantastic at takeaways. So as well as you've got two teams who give the ball away too much, I mean, in terms of interceptions, Seattle are fifth. In terms of total takeaways, Seattle are sixth. In terms of fumble recovery, New England are 10th. That both teams take the ball away from the opposition and create chaos more than most other teams. Now, granted, New England have done that against weaker opposition, but I do think both teams, and this is the headline, both teams will have three giveaways or three turnovers in this game, or three turnover worthy. Whether or not they'll recover those turnovers, or there'll be three fumbles, three interceptions, things like that. And I think I've come up with that stat after long and hard, thinking about it long and hard. I really do think whoever recovers those giveaways is going to go on to win the game. I think Seattle dominate the line of position, line of scrimmage, and I think they win the run game. And Charbonnett's not in there, but they have still got Kenny Walker, who looks absolutely amazing in his recent few games. So both teams, defense-wise, I think will be great. I just think it's whoever wins that turnover battle, because I think there will be opportunities to take away there. I'm going Seattle. I'm going to go Seattle big. I think 45-12 is what I said last night. I'll go 45-17 because
It's
I
softening a
think
bit.
it's not just that. I think it's a realization that was probably a bit hard. The reason I think that is because when it comes to key moments, I trust the Seahawks more to get it done than I do the Patriots. And it'll be one of those things where it will be tight going all the way into the third, and then a few scores will happen and they'll just accelerate away.
Also, we've not had a single turnover in the playoffs. I'd just like to valid for the whole rest of the season.
Okay, I thought earlier on in the season there were, or earlier on
Oh,
in the playoffs they were.
nope,
Oh, okay,
not for
interesting.
the Seahawks. We only played 2 games in the playoffs, didn't we?
Well,
So
this is true. This
The
is
week
very
off,
true,
yeah.
actually. Slackers.
Part-timers, yeah. Do you want to go next, Punk, or shall I?
I can go next. I don't mind. It's up to
Crack
you.
on, mate.
Do you remember Chris Matthews?
Chris
No.
Matthews.
Bunch of
Bernard
blank
Matthews.
faces. Figured there would be. When the Seahawks and the
Clay
Patriots met
Matthews?
11 years ago,
Mm.
that's when Chris Matthews, who had 0 NFL catches going into the game, became a major MVP candidate. So, if you remember back to that game, Seattle were doing nothing on offense at all until Chris Matthews caught a 44-yard second quarter bomb. He then caught an 11-yard touchdown, opened the third quarter with a 45-yard catch, and suddenly, had over 100 receiving yards. A touchdown was the only thing that was working for the Seahawks offense, and ended up almost being the MVP. The only problem was, of course, they threw it at the goal line instead of giving it to beast mode. This game could have something similar. We go into these games too often looking at the Jackson Smith and Jigbers, and I can't even think of anyone on the Patriots side who's even remote. Oh, Stephon Diggs. There we go.
Kayshon Boutte.
I was just trying to think of someone as a name more than anything else.
Okay.
And inevitably, whilst all the attention is on these players, it's someone else that will pop up and make a massive difference. Now, this isn't quite in the realm of Chris Matthews. He's not a complete nobody, but I think Hunter Henry is the key to this game. And I think Ernest Jones is also the key to this game. And whoever wins that matchup between those two is going to win the game. I've been around for many blowout NFC win Super Bowls. There was a time when the Cowboys and the 49ers used to do it for fun because they get to the championship game. That would be the Super Bowl. And then in the Super Bowl, it was just a walkover of the Chargers or the Bills or whoever else had actually managed to get there that year.
Yeah.
I think that is not going to happen this time. I think the Patriots are fundamentally sound enough and coachingly savvy enough to keep this game close. The Seahawks tend not to blow teams out until the second half. You're absolutely right, Dave. But this is the Super Bowl. I don't think at any point they're going to get enough points on the board to pull away from the Patriots. I think the Patriots have a real shot here. I think all week long, well, both weeks, ever since those championship games finished, everyone's been going, oh, it's the Seahawks to lose. It's this, that, and the other. Bulletin board material galore for that Patriots team. Back in 2001, there was a Patriots team that was, I think, a 9-point underdog going into the Super Bowl with some unknown quarterback called Tom Brady or something, against what was at the time the most formidable offense the NFL had ever seen, in the Rams' greatest show on turf. That game was kept close all the way through, and Brady engineered a last-minute drive to get them in field goal range to win it. I'm not thinking this is going to be that close, but I think we dismiss the Patriots at our peril.
You think they won't find the playbook for the Rams? What they did back then?
I don't know. I don't know whether they've found the
Twas the
Seahawks
rumour.
playbook or, well, yeah. I mean, there was always rumors like that, though, wasn't there? Around the Patriots, let's be honest.
This is why
and they got
Belichick's
caught
not in
3
the
or
Hall
4
of Fame.
times. Well,
Or
yeah,
Kraft.
in theory. Did we even talk about that?
No.
Yeah, and it
We
happened
didn't, did we?
it happened between the last podcast and this.
Yeah.
That's why it just seems like a long time ago.
It's that
Maybe
15 days between our last podcast and this one.
Yeah.
Damn time, Paul.
20 years ago. Where was I? Oh, yes. So I think we are underestimating the Patriots slightly. Not us as individuals or us as a podcast, but I think NFL fans in general. And I think that's a very dangerous thing to do, especially
I'm happy for
in
that
the
to be
Super
leveled
Bowl.
at me, by the way. I am definitely underestimating them. I think they'll get murdered.
I am very happy for them to get murdered. And if it's 48-3, I will be very, very happy.
48-3.
But I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit more of a squeaker, and I'm going to go 27-23. But I am still going for the Seahawks. I do think their offense has enough weapons, and I think Clint Kubiak is one of the best play callers in the NFL. And I think there would be nothing better than for him to leave the Seahawks with a Super Bowl ring and then come and join a proper team in Las Vegas.
Never to be seen again.
He's no Rich Bisaccia. Anyway.
No, it's such a Punk, it's such a good point you made about kind of non-named players doing great things in the playoffs. Like Jake Bobo for the championship, his fourth catch of the season was one of the game turning catches, and it was a touchdown. So yeah, I think and even in the regular season, our lovely tight end. I always want to call him Sherbert, but I know that's not his real name.
Schobert,
Um,
Eric Schobert used to play for the Broncos.
yeah, and he just like his first touch of the season was the game-winning touchdown, and it's like, oh,
It's in
okay,
like the third of his career.
yeah, and you're right because people focus on these big name players,
Yeah.
but Kubiak and Darnold are good enough, and the rest of the team are good enough to let everyone else go. Yeah, right. You focus on Smith and Jigma then. We'll just go and throw it
Exactly.
to
One
Huey
thing,
Patootie over there.
I
one thing,
was going to go with Malcolm Butler from that game, and then I thought, actually, no, everyone knows who Malcolm Butler is.
Hmm.
And I went back and watched the highlights, and Chris Matthews was fantastic. He was unbelievable in that game. For a guy that never caught a pass in the NFL, he just walked into the Super Bowl and absolutely tore it a new one.
one thing that Matt Hasselbeck said this week, which I found very interesting, is if you look in the league table of teams who have used trick plays this season, both the Seahawks and the Patriots are in the bottom 5. So his belief is that there's going to be trick plays galore in this game.
Oh, they've got them
Um,
stored
They're
up,
holding them up,
definitely.
are they?
Yeah, that's his belief anyway. So I hope that happens because it will be very interesting to watch.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think Hunter Henry is the key. If the Patriots can get him going, that gives them enough of a downfield move that the running game should work. But if Jones stifles him, I'm not sure that going run first for the Patriots against that D line is what they need to do, and I don't believe their receivers are good enough. So I think it will be close. I think it's going to be like 9-6 at half time or something. But
Yeah.
Usually it's close at half time,
You
and
stick in with
someone comes out second half,
27-23
the other one
then.
doesn't.
yeah, it's something like that. 27-23, maybe 26-19 or something. I don't know. I don't see it as being a massively high scoring game. I think you're right in what you were saying, Dave, a little bit around. I was going to say Sam Bradford then. Sam Darnold.
You're thinking Anthony Bradford, his brother.
Yes, yeah. Sam Darnold
Big
chucking balls
75.
around and maybe being a little bit nervous to start. I don't
Yeah.
think he'll have a problem. I think the championship game will have proven to himself that
Mhm.
he's capable of doing it. Everyone gets those first drive nerves. I don't see it being a big deal whoever gets the ball first. I just think it's going to be both quarterbacks will have nervous starts, and then they'll
It's Drake
settle
May's
into it
second
as any other game.
season. He's been injured for the first last week.
Yeah,
Both quarterbacks are injured.
Mm.
Both are carrying injuries. Peyton Manning said previously that he always thought in the Super Bowl it was an advantage to have the ball first, only because you then set the tone, but also you're then sitting there watching Bugs Bunny or whatever his name is do the halftime show.
definitely proved
And
that in the game against Seattle, didn't he? When he took the first snap over his head and lost 20 yards.
that was the center's
It
fault.
set the tone.
Yeah,
It
yes, it did.
definitely set the tone.
It did set the
But
tone.
you're not spending the entire halftime show basically going, okay, this is the play and getting the nerves on.
Yeah.
At that point, you're coming out, play defense and see where you are, and then just crack on from there. But who knows how much of an impact that has.
Also, just back to Chris Matthews, he's the Foot Locker guy, isn't he? He's the guy. They literally he was working at Foot Locker,
Yes.
and they
Yes, he
called him, and
was.
they
Yes,
yeah.
that's right.
I knew he was talking. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that was his name. Yeah, yeah. But they called him up, and they were like, "We need a guy," and he was like, "Yeah, I'll be a
Yeah.
guy. All right."
He,
And then
he,
came out and had like
He
the
was
game
the
of
guy.
his
Yeah.
life.
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And then he upgraded to JJB Sports.
Hey.
What a dated reference, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anyway, I think it's my turn now.
It is your turn,
I mean,
Timothy.
I could have just talked about the Seahawks because they are a great team. I've been wanting to focus on the Patriots instead because they have managed to get to the Super Bowl this year against all the odds, against everything that
Against what odds?
against the odds that they shouldn't have got anywhere bloody near it, based on their
And-
squad and everything else that was going for them. They were
Against
4
the
and
odds of
13
them
the
being
last
an
2 seasons.
average team.
I don't think
And
they
then
did.
playing against primary school kids most weeks as well.
All right, fine. I don't think they did enough to justify them being that far in the postseason. And so I was thinking about why they've got to this point. And for me, it's Mike Vrabel is the reason why they've got this far. And I'm going to do something that I've never done in 400 odd podcasts.
You're going to praise the Patriots.
No, not that. I am
You're going
going
to keep your clothes on.
You're going to not talk about the Steelers.
I'm going to share a graphic I
Ooh.
made myself.
Jim has
Look at
started a
this.
screen share.
Timothy.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
So I looked back at the best season for the Titans, which was 2019 against the 2025 New England Patriots. Mike Vrabel versus Mike Vrabel. And look at what happened here, right? I excluded the first 6 games for the Titans because Marcus Mariota went 2-4. So this is since he got Tannehill in and he got through to the AFC Championship game. So that is the rest of the regular season and then 3 postseason games because they finished, they got through to that point.
Championship game. Yeah.
Exactly.
Jim,
And
you are
what?
aware the Patriots are playing the Seahawks, not the Titans, yeah?
This is Vrabel versus Vrabel. I'm trying to show you. This is what Vrabel does. He is disciplined, and he is able to
Yeah.
get a level out of a team, which you should be respectful of. The 19 Titans weren't expected to get through to the AFC Championship game either. They managed to absolutely batter the Ravens in the playoffs to get through to that championship game.
That's why he's put it in here, so you can mention that.
No, I didn't. No,
Nice.
that's
Derrick Henry. It's the
They
Derrick
got-
Henry team.
Yeah, they got done over by the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. But look
Yeah.
at this, right? The average win by was 12 points for the season. The average loss was by 8 points. For the Patriots this season, this has been a tick more because, as Dave mentioned, their record was against terrible teams. But I think what this shows is that Vrabel will get the most out of an average team, basically. And
Vrabel is the
he
epitome
will
of
not
the
lose
Patriot
games.
way. He
Yeah.
is the Patriot way. It is
Mhm.
next man up, do your job, don't do anything ridiculous. Yeah, I completely agree with your assessment.
It also got me thinking about Drake May because, I'm not the biggest Drake May fan. I don't think anyone here is a massive Drake May fan. And it also got me thinking about maybe why don't I like Drake May that much? And that's why I made the second graphic, which is showing you Ryan Tannehill's stats from that 2019 season versus Drake May's stats from that 2019 season.
Look
Their
at the state
completion
of Tannehill's
percentage.
neck. Sorry, can we just have a little conversation? Especially against Drake May's neck.
Mm.
What is
I
that?
wasn't
I
gonna
thought
neck
that was
off.
AI.
Poor Jim.
It's
He's gone
not
to all the
AI.
trouble of putting all of this in here.
Sorry, but then
And
you
you're
put that
focusing on the dude's neck.
you put that neck in the This is a beautiful presentation, Jim. I'm really
Thank
enjoying
you.
it, but that neck has really damaged me. And his head is so.
Thank God it wasn't Mike Lennon.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll
Okay, I'm
mention
going to
those
cover his
stats.
face.
Or Davis
covering-
Mills.
I'm covering his face so I can
I'm
focus on the stats. Can continue.
For those that don't know, we're looking here at basically the same completion percentage through the regular season. Drake May gets the edge on the touchdowns, passing and rushing, but a couple less for Tannehill on the interceptions. Like I said, there are less games for Tannehill, but the rating, again, it's very high for both quarterbacks. And then the postseason, they played 3 games, completion percentage 5% higher for Tannehill. The the touchdowns plus rushing touchdowns is 1 more for Tannehill, 1 less interception for Tannehill as well, a better overall rating. This is why I can't get on this whole Drake May for MVP train, is because Mike Vrabel has made him into Ryan Tannehill at his peak. And I think that's, if you want to judge Ryan Tannehill as an MVP, I mean, he won comeback player of the year for this season, but he wasn't MVP. And that's how I feel about Drake May, is that he is being given the tools to get around this. That's exactly what Mike Vrabel did with Ryan Tannehill, with a team with a rookie AJ Brown, a rookie Jeffrey Simmons, and a monster with Derrick Henry, and not much more, really. He managed to drag that Titans team to the AFC Championship game. And what's Mike Vrabel done with Milton Williams, Christian Gonzalez, and then had Stephon Diggs as a mercenary? Not much of a running game, but Ramon Stevenson has been dropping the ball at least. He's dragged that team to the AFC Championship game, and then the Broncos folded. So he's got through to the Super Bowl.
I don't think we folded. We just had a backup quarterback.
Fold.
Listen, I think you and I, Jim, have done exactly the same thing. I've put loads of stats together. I just didn't make it look as pretty as you've made it, and it looks very pretty.
Well, I think I've thrown the
can give you
gauntlet down, right? So you're more than welcome to
Absolutely.
do this yourself, But
No. I've put loads of stats together and then realised they're meaningless.
they're not
Because
meaningless. This
they
is backing
are,
up why I
because
don't like Drake May as much.
all of the Patriots stats are against weak teams. All of them. So everything is irrelevant. But I agree with you. The stats they show a pattern in the same way that the Seattle offense and defense are ranked really highly, so are the Patriots. But once you factor in strength of schedule, all of it doesn't mean anything. It's
I
like
was
comparing Real Madrid and Celtic.
you
Celtic's
need
against a bunch of Scottish
what
teams.
what you actually need to look at is the strength of schedule for those Titans. See if it's similar.
Well,
Because
some of it will be because
I'm
AFC South.
It's actually
So.
South, yeah.
well, yeah, but
Although that was when
But at
Derek
the
Watson was
time,
good. So
but yeah, at the time, was it a stronger thing? Jim, this graphic is so great, but can you please take it down because I cannot focus on anything but Tannehill's freaky neck. Thank you. I loved it. We should definitely have more PowerPoint presentations, but can we just do a neck review before we release that? And then just also that wasn't even the worst photo of his neck. I did a little Googling after you've just put that up. There's
Okay.
one of him in a Dolphins V-neck jersey, and that's gonna haunt.
A
That's gonna
plunging
haunt
neckline.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just with the longest neck I've ever seen. Oh,
Don't
God,
Google Mike Lennon. Whatever you do, people, don't Google Mike Lennon.
I'm doing it right now.
So for that reason, you know, I don't see how the Titans, how the Patriots are going to be able to blow out the Seahawks. Seahawks don't get blown out.
Oh,
If it's going to be a shellacking, it's going to come from the Seahawks side. I just think that the variable has taken the Patriots further than he should have done, and until he gets some more people on his side, it's not going to work. So yeah,
the
I'm going for the Seahawks to win.
Tennessee Titans strength of schedule in 2019 was higher than the Seahawks strength of schedule this season. So they didn't play bad teams, they played good teams. If you factor in all of the teams they played, it's over 500, only just.
Yeah. You seen
So,
that? Glenn's neck's got an elbow.
yeah.
worst thing I've ever seen.
What we want to do is Google Jeffrey from Toys R Us.
Oh,
He's got a
God.
huge neck.
But he's supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So
Oh,
yeah, there we go. For those reasons is why I commend the Patriots for getting where they've got to, and I believe Mike Vrabel is the sole reason really why they've got there. Because if it wasn't, Drake May, we've seen Ryan Tannehill with other teams. Drake May is basically Ryan Tannehill Mark II, as far as I'm concerned right now.
So, are you going for the Patriots?
No, I commend them for getting this far,
Oh,
but the
okay.
Seahawks are going to win this game. And
All right.
if anything,
What
I've
score?
got this also reminds me of last year, the Eagles versus the Chiefs, where you had that kind of very dominant team coming in with the Eagles. That defense that just wasn't going to get given up a lot of points, and it feels like exactly like that last year's vibe to me. I think the Seahawks are going to come in with a purpose. It might not be quite the blowout they did against the Broncos, but it's going to be. I think it's not going to be close. I think it's going to be a couple of scores. It's going to be comfortable. If the Patriots get any points, it's going to be that garbage time stuff like the Chiefs did last year. I think it's going to go very similar to what happened last year, but just with two completely different teams.
nice.
Stick a number on it, Jim. I want to hear a number.
35-13.
Nice.
Strong.
That's a solid score. I've asked AI what it thinks, but I'll leave that till after Hannah. So it's giving me a score prediction as well.
Interesting. Nice. All right. Well, and
You're going to heel turn now, aren't you, and pick the Patriots?
can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you? I can't. I can't even imagine it.
Only a scumbag wouldn't pick their own team in the playoffs. What
Exactly.
kind of idiot does that?
Oh my God. I have picked the Seahawks to win every single game all season. Do you think they're gonna get to the Super Bowl and be like, nah, do you know what actually? No, hell I'm picking the Seahawks.
It's a bridge too far.
Obviously,
Okay.
I'm picking Seattle. I think A, because I'm a Seahawks fan, naturally. B, we're the better team. Like across all phases, we're the better team. And the things that make me nervous is the fact that we're going in as such like top contenders. And this whole narrative of, oh well, you don't even need to play the game, everyone knows Seattle's gonna win and blah 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 and this and this. And that would make me incredibly, incredibly nervous if we didn't have Mike McDonald. And the reason I'm only like 87% nervous instead of 100% nervous is because we have that man leading this team. And I say that because after the divisional game where we just absolutely went and embarrassed the 49ers, like just oh my God, like blah,
Mm.
I was scared because I was like, oh my God, we cannot go into the rest of the playoffs going, oh well, look what we did to the Niners. We can just coast and do whatever and blah blah blah. And they didn't. They went into that Rams game like the week before had not happened. And that is down to the ethos and the structure that Mike has given this team. And so I think as long as we go into Sunday, it's literally this, guys, the Super Bowl is this week.
Hmm.
We need to be more excited. The Super Bowl is literally happening
I'm
this
not
week.
fussed.
Um, as long as we go into Sunday, just going, hey, cool, we've got a bit of a longer half time, but other than that, it's a regular game. Really fortunate that it's in a place that we play in quite often.
Hmm.
So that's kind of makes things less nervous for us. We play at the Levi Stadium all the time. It's even though they've already been there for a week at that point, like it's in our time zone.
Yeah.
Like it's all those good things that just help on the psycho level. Another great thing that I didn't realize, and I was watching the highlights of the opening media day yesterday, because that's my big nerves, right? We've got such a young team that you they don't know. Like they have no idea. We've got a very, very inexperienced team when it comes to these big giant moments. But I was watching an interview with Darnold, an interview with Cooper Cup, and obviously Cooper Cup is a Super Bowl MVP.
Hmm.
Like he hasn't just played in them; he's won one and he's the MVP. And having someone like him be able to guide, and he's done it all season, just guide these kids and be that kind of strong, knowing presence in the room. And obviously, Darnold went to the Super Bowl with the 49ers a few years
Hmm.
ago. Obviously, he didn't play, but he was there. And so he made like a little comment like, oh, guys, we don't need to pack that much. They give us free stuff all week. Like, but even just like little things like that, just knowing like takes away that extra bit of stress, that extra bit of anxiety. Oh my God, we're not usually away for 8 days. Like, what am I going to pack? What am I doing here? How does this work? We've got two incredibly respected members of our team, one being a Super Bowl MVP, to go, hey boys, it's fine. Like, let's not worry about it. Cooper Cup gave this really good interview, and he was there just like, enjoy this week, enjoy these next 4 days because they're fun, they're nuts. It's never guaranteed you're going to get here again. And then as soon as it gets to like Friday, Saturday, whatever it is, then we lock in for football. And I think that's definitely calmed my nerves of going in. Mike is not in the business of underestimating teams. We've said it all season. There are some teams who play down to their opponent. And yes, for those listening, Jim just raised his hand.
Yeah, terrible for
Um,
podcast. I did raise my hand. Yeah.
but yeah, and we haven't done that a lot. We've done it occasionally, but we haven't done that a lot this season. And it's really at the mentality of, stacking the plays one step at a time, one game at a time. And I I'm so excited because this is either going to be like the divisional game or like the championship. It's either going to be an absolute, utter, catastrophic blowout, or we're still going to be holding our breath with 20 seconds left of the game.
Or you get murdered by the Patriots. Just saying.
That can't happen.
It's literally
That can't
I
happen.
I cannot
I don't see
envision a
how.
universe where that happens.
Triggered. All of you. Triggered.
How dare you?
Discounted, I think, more than triggered.
I went for 45-17. I don't think it's happening.
But Jim, I think you're right. I think you make a good point that, all of us are shocked at the Patriots there. I think the Patriots are shocked. Maybe not
Yep.
Vrabel because he's a maniac, but everyone's shocked that the Patriots are there, but they are there. And irrelevant of, you can only beat what's put in front of you and strength of schedule and this has happened and that's happened. They're a Super Bowl team. And my God, if we don't stop another dynasty right here, right now, then more for us. Like terrible, but we're gonna do it. I think I said yesterday. I said 31-20,
That'll do.
which
Can I?
is that even a
Feels
score you
reasonable.
can get in the NFL?
Get any
Yeah,
score.
Of course,
get
you
anything.
can get any score.
Sure.
Apart from 1-1. I just want to say one thing. If we're talking about stopping a potential dynasty, I think we need to side with the New England Patriots on that, because if we're looking long term of one team dominating, it ain't gonna be the Patriots anytime soon.
Don't worry about that. We're taking their offensive coordinators, so it will all fall apart next season.
Oh,
We can
bless
kill
you.
two birds with one stone, can't we? Let the Seahawks win the Super Bowl and then take their offensive coordinator away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be an entertaining game. I don't know what that means, but I think it's going to be an entertaining game. And I mean, I just hope everyone has fun. But most importantly, I hope the Seahawks demolish and destroy and demoralize the New England Patriots for what they did to us 11 years ago.
They've
I
hurt all
hope
of us in
you
this room.
have fun, Han.
I am going to have
It's your
fun.
team
Yeah.
that's in the Super Bowl. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
And then bleary-eyed manage to, be gleeful during your 200-person event that you have on Monday.
Yeah, I feel like for the sake of my entire company, let's hope the Seahawks win. Because, yeah,
I'd love
that's
to be in that place if you don't. I want to see what happens. Just your whole
cancelled.
demeanor afterwards, like, oh,
Cancelled.
welcome.
Someone even looks at me and smiles. We're like, what do you have to be cheerful about? Don't even look at me. But no, I've done all my rituals. I've done all my superstitions. I've done what I can for the team.
What jersey are you wearing on Sunday night?
I'm wearing my
All
rivalries,
of them.
or one of each. My rivalries, Leonard Williams ones. That's the one that I have worn all playoffs. And I've got these fluffy Seahawks socks as well that I've worn both games. So I'm going to wear that. And then I need to think about what I'm going to wear for the rest of my outfit because I'll be in public. So I need to figure out good juju vibes. But
Yeah,
I got a few days. I got a few days for that.
cool.
Yeah, we'll be
Well, there we
watching it
go.
at the Penta Hotel in Reading. If
Oh,
any,
score.
if any
Is there a big
Reading
screen there?
Oh, there is a big screen there. And
I've
a
thrown
20
up in that building. Just want to say, just for reference.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. So if any Reading pals are about, me and my best mate will be there. At the 24-hour bar with unlimited food.
And Hannah's buying.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Whilst you've been talking, Hannah, I was paying attention, but I've also been busy. I've asked numerous AI agents who they think are going to win.
Oh yeah. Has Go Gal
So
Gal given us
Go
one?
Gal.
Jim,
Go Gal.
get your graphics ready. So
I will
Meta
not.
AI thinks Seattle is going to win 31-24. Gemini thinks the Seahawks will win. Punk agrees with you, 27-23. So it's the exact same score. Grok thinks the Patriots will win.
Yeah,
27-24.
Of course it does.
Like.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Does.
Copilot thinks the Seahawks will win 24-21. And Chat Jupt thinks Seattle will win 19-12. There is an AI bot called Dave AI, but it's subscription only, unfortunately, so I couldn't get an answer from it.
Even if your name's Dave, should be
Even
discount,
if your
right?
name's, I know, right?
Rubbish.
So we'll have the battle of the AI bots at the end of it.
Yeah,
to see
yet
who,
again, we thank AI for being included in this podcast.
Oh,
Just
I
in
don't.
case Skynet does have a takeover.
I mean, for all anyone knows, we actually might just be AI, not real.
Well,
Just
you did
saying.
say that Punk matched what was it, Gemini?
well, when
Exactly the same.
I finally
Gemini.
give up the ghost and don't want to do this anymore, you can just replace me with AI, can't you? Because you can just
Never.
feed my personality into it.
There's
And
a
away you
service.
go.
Bloody refs!
See?
Run the damn ball!
Here we go. There is a
We've
service
got you on a
now
soundboard, basically.
people who get Lou Gehrig's disease, who get locked-in syndrome, you get them to record a certain amount of audio with lots of different words and stuff, and you can have the bot that talks to you with their own voice.
Yep.
We've got more than enough now to just
Yeah.
recreate you.
We could do an
So it's-
LLM with
Absolutely.
his voice, yeah.
Don't need him.
We
See,
do. We punk. We do. Please don't leave me with them.
I'm on a
We've got
1 year
the
rolling
words-
contract, Hannah. So
Mm.
you'll have to talk to the owner to
Listen,
figure out whether
we've-
I'm coming back next year or not.
We've
Punk-
got the
Punk ordered
words
cassette.
Kubiak. We've
The
got the
cassette
words
turns up.
Mendoza. We've got the words Genty. What more do we need?
That's the
what
whole
it's gonna be.
season. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bowers,
And
Crosby,
first overall pick. We'll need that
Mad
next season
Max.
again as well.
There you go.
Lost all hope. I've lost.
Team makes me
Terrible.
want to drink.
Yeah.
I'm going to support another team in the second half.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that didn't work out either, did it? So let's not do
No.
that again.
No.
Unless you want it to be the
Poor
Steelers or
Commanders.
the Cowboys. And
Well,
then
yeah,
Oh,
that's-
make it the Steelers.
I'm not sure we
Damn,
need his
I'm
help.
kidding. I'm
Can't do
kidding.
AFC teams. That would be sacrilegious.
Exactly.
It's true.
We're off to go and watch the Super Bowl now, but we'll be back immediately after the Super Bowl to do the review on what the hell happened there on Sunday night. Enjoy yourself wherever you're going to be watching this thing. All right, if you can, make sure you stay up. I know it's on the West Coast, and we have to suffer for it in the UK, but if you can do and stay up for the entire thing, then do it.
It's only an
Yeah.
11:30 p.m. kickoff.
Ugh.
It still kicks off on Sunday, which is
If it's a blowout, you can finish in the fourth quarter. So yeah.
literally how I'm getting through the mental gymnastics of only getting 2 hours sleep. It
Mm.
starts on a Sunday, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
For your sake, Hannah, I hope it doesn't go to overtime then.
Oh man, me as well. Me as
Double
well.
overtime. Oh no.
Can you imagine?
As you
Oh.
guys have got this far as well, make sure you check us out at patreon.com/finaldown or check us out on our socials, and you can just get us on Spotify or on SoundCloud. So yeah, leave a review because you should, and it should be 5 stars because we've brought you through this world and nurtured you.
We can
to the
take you
point
out of
where-
it.
Exactly. We raised you, so now you can actually give us a review before you fly off and enjoy our Super Bowl review next week. So until then, I've been Jim, that's been Denver Dave, that's been Pat Radar, and that's been Hannah, and thank you very much for listening. Nurse, he's drinking the pickle again.